5 years after my parents cut me off, they demanded I sell my house to pay my golden child brother's $150,000 debt. I refused. So they broke in with crowbars to destroy my living room for revenge, causing $40,000 of damage, only to discover it wasn't my house anymore. The desperate call I got from them in the back of a cop car was just the beginning. 5 years ago, my parents told me I was a cold-hearted investment failure and cut me off during my final semester of grad school. They did it to fund my brother, Leo's third attempt at a startup. They didn't just stop the money. They blocked my number and told the extended family I had stolen from them. I survived on ramen, worked 3 jobs, and climbed. I didn't just climb, I clawed. 2 weeks ago, the silence broke. My mother called me sobbing, not because she missed me, but because Leo had gambled away $150,000 on margin calls and crypto moonshots. The debt collectors were at their door. You have that house in the suburbs, my father barked over the line, skipping the pleasantries. The one you bought 3 years ago. Sell it. Give the equity to Leo. He's family, and you're just being selfish. No, I said. My voice was a dead calm. I don't owe Leo a dime. I don't owe you anything. We raised you, my dad screamed. If you don't help your brother, we will make sure you lose everything just like he might. We still have the spare key you forgot to change when you first moved in. I felt a chill, but I didn't argue. Don't go to that house, Dad. I'm warning you. We're coming for what's ours, he hissed and hung up. I sat in my office looking at the security feed on my laptop. I didn't call the police immediately. I waited. On the screen, I watched their SUV pull into the driveway of the sleek minimalist colonial in Oak Ridge, the house they thought I still lived in. They didn't even try the key. My father, fueled by a lifetime of entitlement, took a crowbar to the front door. My mother followed him in, carrying a sledgehammer. I watched in high definition as they systematically destroyed the living room. They smashed the 85-inch OLED. They ripped the Italian leather sofa. My mother began shattering expensive-looking vases and art pieces, screaming about how the golden son deserved this more than I did. They caused $40,000 in damage in 20 minutes. They were laughing. They thought they were reclaiming their legacy. Then the front door opened. It wasn't me. It was 4 men in tactical gear with SEC printed on their vests, followed by 2 local police officers. My parents were tackled to the floor, faces pressed into the glass shards of a coffee table they just broke. My phone rang. It was an unknown number. I picked up. Identify yourself, a cold professional voice said. This is the owner, I replied. Sir, we have 2 intruders in custody at the Oak Ridge property. They're claiming to be your parents. They caused extensive damage to the staging furniture. I don't have parents, I said clearly, and I don't own that house anymore. I sold it last month to a private equity firm. I'm currently at my new residence. The silence on the other end was heavy. Then I heard my father's muffled scream in the background. Give me the phone. Tell them to let us go. The officer put him on speaker. Son, tell them it's your house. We were just moving things. Dad, I said, my voice dropping an octave. I told you not to go there. I sold that house to a corporate holdings group 3 weeks ago. You didn't break into my home. You broke into a property owned by a multi-billion-dollar investment firm with a zero-tolerance litigation policy. What? My mother wailed. But your mail, the car, that was a decoy, I lied. I wanted them to feel the weight of their stupidity. The firm that owns that house now is the one I work for as a senior partner. I'm the one who authorized the silent alarm, and I'm the one who just signed the affidavit to press charges for felony breaking and entering, grand larceny, and felony destruction of property. You can't do this, my father roared. We're your blood. Blood is just a liquid. Dad, it doesn't pay for $40,000 in damages. Since it's corporate property, I can't drop the charges even if I wanted to. The board is already filing a civil suit to seize your retirement accounts to cover the repairs and the loss in property value. Leo will lose the house, my mother shrieked. We'll be homeless. Then I guess Leo should have been a better investment, I said. I heard the handcuffs clinking through the speaker. My father started begging, his voice cracking. The authority he had used to crush me for years dissolving into pathetic whimpers. Wait, I added just before the officer hung up. One more thing. I checked the logs. Leo was the one who gave you the tip that I'd be out of town today, wasn't he? He wanted you to get caught so he could claim the distress money from your insurance. The line went dead as my mother started screaming my brother's name in a way I'll never forget. I poured a glass of 18-year-old scotch and turned off a monitor. My brother is broke, my parents are in a holding cell, and for the first time in 5 years, the house is finally quiet.